Have you ever heard of a boy so poor that even hunger was his best friend? Well, in the small village of Umuocha, there lived a boy named Obinna. His clothes were dirty, his sandals were made from old ties, and sometimes he slept with nothing in his stomach but hope. Yet, there was something about Obinna that no one could take away his heart. He was kind, respectful, and full of wisdom beyond his age. While other boys mocked him, he would always greet elders with a bow, help the widows, fetch water, and share his lotto with children who had none. Now, not far from Obina's hut stood the biggest compound in the whole village. It belonged to Chief Maduka, the richest man anyone could speak of. His barns were full of yams. His wife wore wrappers of zinc, and his only daughter Adaeze was said to be as beautiful as the morning sun. Every young man in Umocha wanted Adeze's hand in marriage. Rich farmers, brave hunters, even sons of kings from faraway lands came to her father with bags of gold, but Adeze kept turning them down. Her heart was not moved by words or tithes. One day, Obinna went to the village stream to fetch water. On his way back, he saw Adaeze struggling with a basket of firewood. The rich girl was alone because her maids had gone home early. Without thinking twice, Obinna dropped his pot of water, rushed to her side, and carried the firewood on his shoulder. Adaeze looked at him with surprise. No young man had ever helped her without asking for something in return. But Obinna simply smiled and said, "A tree does not lose anything by giving shout." Then he walked away before she could even thank him. That moment, Ade's heart began to beat differently. She saw in Obinna what she had never seen in all proud suitors: humility, kindness, and strength. Days turned into weeks, and Adaeze found herself seeking out Obinna. She would go to the stream when she knew he would be there. She would pretend to forget her basket just so he could carry it for her. And slowly, like the sun rised from behind the hills, love grew between the poor boy and the rich man's daughter. When Chief Maduka discovered this, he was furious. Never, my daughter will not marry a baker who owns nothing but his shadows. But Adaeze stood her ground. Father, words can buy wrappers, goats, and land, but it cannot buy love. Obinna is the man of my heart. The entire village gathered, waiting to see what Chief Maduka would do. Some laughed at Obinna, saying a poor man could never rise high, but others whispered that the god sometimes left his lonely to shame the proud. Finally, Chief Maduka set a test. He told Obinna, "If you can prove to me that you are words, I will give you my daughter's hand, but if you fail, you will leave this village forever." What happened next shocked everyone in the village. The whole village was silent when Chief Maduka spoke those words. Everyone's eyes turned to Obinna. Some shook their heads, whispered, "He will fail. What can a poor boy do against the test of a rich man?" But Obinna stood tall, his face calm like the river on a quiet day. He bowed before the chief and said, "I may not have reach, but I have courage. Tell me the test and I will do my best." Chief Maduka stroked his thinking hard, "At least," he said, 3 days from now, you must bring me a gift that no rich man in this land can buy with his love. If you fail, you will leave my daughter forever and never set foot in this compound again. The crowd gasped. What kind of test is this? Some laughed, saying, the boy is finished. There is nothing money cannot buy. Obinna bowed again and went home. His small hut was empty, but his heart was full of prayers. That night he lay on his mat, looked up at the sky. Through the holes in his roof, he whispered, God of the poor, if you are with me, show me the gift that no rich man can buy. The first day passed. Obinna walked through the village, through the farmlands, and even into the forest. He saw yams, goats, palm oil, gold, and fine clothes, but all those things could be bought with words. He shook his head in sorrow. The second day passed. Obinna sat by the stream, watching the water flow. He thought, even water, through free, can be bought in jaws. But what then can I find that riches cannot buy? By evening, he was weak with hunger, but his heart refused to give up. On the third day, as the sun began to rise, Obinna walked to the highest hill in the village. There, he saw an old blind man sitting under a tree with gold. Obinna quickly removed his only wrapper and covered the man. The blind man smiled and said, young boy, may the gods bless you. People pass me every day, but you are the first to give me warmth. And in that moment, something shook Obinna's heart. He realized the answer. He ran down the hill straight to Chief Maduka's compound. The villagers had already gathered drummers, beat their dancers. All were waiting to see Obinna's shame. Chief Maduka sits on his high chair, Adaeze beside him with tears in her eyes. Now, poor boy, the chief said, bring forth your gifts. What do you have that no rich man can buy? Obinna stepped forward, his voice steady. He said, Chief, the gifts I bring is kindness and love. You can buy a house, but not a home. You can buy medicine, but not health. You can buy a wife, but not her heart. Money cannot buy the love that your daughter has for me, and it cannot buy the kindness in my soul. This is my gift. The crowd went silent. Some nodded in agreement. Others said, truly, the boy has spoken wisdom. Chief Maduka's eyes opened. He had set the test to shame Obinna, but now he was trapped by truth. Slowly, his anger faced softly. He looked at his daughter, who was already smiling through her tears. The chief raised his hand and declared, from today, Obinna is no longer a poor boy. He is my son-in-law. For indeed, words without love is an empty calabash. From that day, Obinna's life changed. He did not only marry Adaeze. Chief Maduka also gave him land to farm and supported him. But Obinna never forgot the days of hunger. He remained humble, helped the poor, and teach that true riches come from the heart, not the pocket. After Chief Maduka accepted Obinna, the village celebrated for 3 days and 3 nights. The drum never stopped, the palm wine never ceased to flow, and the dancers filled the air with joy. But not everyone was happy. Many of the rich suitors who had once begged for Adaeze's hand felt insulted. How can a poor boy take the girl? We cannot win, even with our words. They moved in anger. One of them, Okoro, the son of a wedding trader. This Obinna must fight. If I cannot marry Adaeze, then no poor boy will. From that day, Okoro and some jealous men began to plot secrets against Obinna. One night, when the moon was shining full, the jealous men gathered under the big Iroko tree. They whispered, we must make Obinna look like a thief. If the chief believes he is a criminal, he will drive him away. They decided to steal one of the chief Maduka's goats and hide it inside Obinna's hut. Then, in the morning, they would accuse him. At midnight, while Obinna slept peacefully in his mat, their thieves entered into his compound and tied the goat near his door. Then they run away, laughed. But they did not know that Adaeze, who often visited Obinna secretly, had come that night to bring him food. She hid beside a tree and saw everything. Please like my story, comment,